Supreme Court is set to pronounce its judgment on the case relating to the administrative control over transfers and postings of civil servants in Delhi today. A 5-judge bench led by CGI will decide on the scope of the legislative and executive powers of the centre and the Delhi government over control of administrative services, which includes appointments and transfers in the national capital. Now, in January this year, the court had reserved the order after hearing the arguments for 4 days. The centre had argued that not only the union territory is merely an extension of the union, but also that employees working in the union territory are working in connection with the affairs of the union. It urged the constitutional bench to refer the 2018 judgment that said that the LG should act as per the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers in respect of the matters over which the Delhi government has executive and legislative powers to a larger bench. Now, the Delhi government opposed and argued that the elected representatives must have power over transfers and posting. Let me go across to my colleague Bhavatosh, who is joining us live in the broadcast. Bhavatosh, a very crucial day for the Delhi government and, of course, at the centre as far as this transfer of powers matter is concerned. What are we expecting today?
Well, as far as Delhi government is concerned, it's a very important day because remember there is always a constant battle between the Lieutenant Governor and Delhi government over various issues, and both of them had in fact earlier gone to the Delhi High Court, and Delhi High Court had made it very clear that all in fact rest with the Lieutenant Governor, who will in fact be the supreme authority, and after which there was an appeal that was filed and the matter went to the Supreme Court. There was a split verdict in the Supreme Court, and then the larger issue of who will in fact take the advice went to the Constitution bench. The Constitution bench will decide as to who in many ways will transfer the bureaucrats and also the term of services. Now, Delhi has in fact many services which are controlled by centre, including the police and land, and then there are administrative services like health and education, whose administrative controller is Lieutenant Governor. Now, the centre had in fact said that because Delhi is the face of the nation, then the transfer of bureaucrats rest with the centre, whereas Delhi government had said that the very fact that the bureaucrats are controlled by the centre is violation basic doctrine of the Constitution. Now, in 2021 there was amendment, 69th amendment to the Constitution, which inserted Article 391 AA, and that in fact gave many powers to the Lieutenant Governor, who while in fact taking the advice and aid of the Council of Ministers, if there is any kind of if the Lieutenant Governor does not agree with the Council of Ministers, can go to the President, and that's the reason why the order that will come today will in fact clear many of the ambiguity as far as Delhi's services are concerned.
Yes, of course. So now it is to be seen what is going to happen in the top court when the court is going to pronounce the verdict. But for the meantime, let's get you some more details and a perspective as far as the matter is concerned, because Supreme Court verdict is going to come on Delhi versus centre fight over control of services. This is also coming at a time when the Delhi government and LG have been at loggerheads over a number of issues. Now, the tussle is on control over transfers and postings of civil servants. So, the decision is going to come out on the executive and legislative powers. Now, the Supreme Court bench headed by CGI is going to deliver verdict. The 5-judge bench is going to deliver the verdict today. Now, as far as centre is concerned, what they maintain, they say that union territory not merely extension of the union. This is what was being argued by the centre last time back in January this year. Now, AAP has sought clear demarcation of powers with centre, because as far as AAP is concerned, they have been alleging time and again that the LG time and again interferes with the decision which comes under their scrutiny. In 2018, Supreme Court also made some crucial observations, but as far as the court is concerned, it had said that the LG was bound by states' aid, and this is what was also cited by the centre. Now, centre asked Supreme Court to refer 2018 order to a larger bench, and thereafter back in 2021 this matter was later on also referred to a larger bench. Delhi government maintained that elected representatives be given these powers. So these are what the argues and counter arguments that were being made by both the sides. But Bhavatosh, as far as 2018 observation is concerned, the court had asked the LG to act as far as the council aid is concerned, and that was being cited by the centre. So it is to be seen if the previous observations by the court is going to have any impact on today's order.
Well, as far as 2018 order of the Supreme Court is concerned, it was also a 5-judge constitution bench, and it in fact said that LG has to work with the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, and they have to work, both of them have to work in harmony, and there should be a harmonious existence. But in 2019, there was a split verdict of 2 judges. One said that LG is the supreme authority, and the other one said that whatever will happen in Delhi as far as term of services is concerned, and also bureaucrats transfer is concerned, the Lieutenant Governor would be the supreme authority. In between, in 2021, there was an amendment, a 69th amendment of the India's constitution, which inserted Article 391 AA. Now, once that was inserted, the Lieutenant Governor got many more powers than presently, and in fact, once that amendment was made, the Lieutenant Governor can overrule the Council of Ministers in many of the services, in 13 services, administrative services, and if there is any kind of friction between him and the Council of Ministers, he can in fact refer the matter to the President, and that's where the Delhi government in fact went to the Supreme Court. They said this is violation of the basic doctrine of India's constitution, whereas the centre maintained that what the centre maintained was that because Delhi is the face of nation, many of these services cannot be given to the Delhi government. They also said that as far as transfer of bureaucrats are concerned, Delhi has 2 kinds of bureaucrats, senior bureaucrats or gazetted officers. One are the IAS officers, whose control is with the centre, and the other ones are the Danik or subordinate services. They said control of transfer of these bureaucrats should rest with the centre. As far as the police and land are concerned, they were anywhere with the centre, and the centre made it very clear that as far as that aspect is concerned, there can't be any change. But Delhi government maintained that for other 13 services, they should at least have control over them, and consequently control of the transfer and posting of these bureaucrats.
Yes, so all eyes will be on the top court as it is tasked with resolving a crucial legal matter pertaining to the extent of legislative and executive authority held by the centre and the Delhi government. Thank you, Bhavatosh, for joining in.